Let's get a look at Facebook. Mark Zuckerberg could face subpoena or contempt after refusing to appear before an international grand committee probing Facebook. Steve Hilton's with us. He's the host of The Next Revolution on the Fox News channel. Why did Zuckerberg refuse to? Surely he should be there defending his company and the industry, shouldn't he?
Yeah, but the question is, where is there? This thing turns out to be a kind of... It sounds all legal and subpoenas and all the rest of it. It's a made-up thing. It's politicians showboating and grandstanding.
It's Europe.
Led by the British. There's a guy there, Damian Collins, who I happen to know, who's achieved the remarkable feat of actually making me feel sympathy for Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, because he's been so pompous, this guy, this politician in the UK, who's used this, the problems Facebook has undoubtedly been having, basically, to launch this massive attack on all tech companies, on America, on Facebook, and really for his own political advancement. And I think if you set a precedent that any group of politicians anywhere in the world can summon at will a US CEO to show up and testify, I don't think that's something we want to support. Facebook have, to be fair to them, said, we'll cooperate, we'll send our people, we'll do everything you want, give you all the information we want, but we can't fly Mark Zuckerberg, our CEO, all around the world to satisfy your political needs.
He's not getting very good PR, though, is he, Mark Zuckerberg? Maybe you've got some relation to that, I don't know, but
yes,
his public image...
Yeah, my wife
really...
is at Facebook, not for very long. She's
right,
about this week, but yes.
Zuckerberg's public image is taking a beating.
Well, look, the truth is...
Could he be the sacrificial lamb? He has to step aside so that Facebook can move forward.
I think that's inconceivable. I think that he is the heart and soul of that company. It's his company. He built it. He knows its strengths and weaknesses, and I think it seems to me he's certainly committed to turning it around for the long haul. And remember, he's got the voting power as well in terms of the ownership structure of that company.
I want to ask you a question about your article that you had on foxnews.com. The headline was, Trump is right, French President Macron completely wrong about nationalism. Well, the president said, I am a nationalist.
Yes.
And Macron said, that's not the right way to go. That's the opposite of patriotism. You shouldn't be doing this.
And you can tell that Macron's got no real argument here, because the way he put it, he set up a straw man. He said that he described nationalism as our country first, who cares about the others? That's not what anyone's saying. Right. President Trump is not saying we don't care about any other countries, or by putting America first, we want to do anyone else down. He's just saying that I'm elected to lead this country, just as Macron is elected with French votes to lead the French nation. And actually, if you think about it, that way of looking at the responsibilities of a leader is the only democratic way to do things. You're only accountable to your own voters, not to some vague notion of the global interest or the European interest, which is what Macron seems to love, because he is an elitist, and he wants to operate in a world where it's all just this globalist agenda that serves the interests of...
It's fallen to pieces.
Of course.
The European Union, which is the classic globalist experiment, is actually falling to pieces.
Yes, because it's not working for the people in individual countries, and they want to know that the policies that affect them are policies that they can change by getting rid of the leaders that put them into practice. When you pass it all on to some globalist institution, you can't do that. No. It's not democratic.
Oh, I'm with you all the way there, lad.
Glad to hear it.
Usually am, actually. Thank you, Steve. We'll see you soon.
To see you.
Yes, sir.